soon as I clicked. Oh, hey. Hey, what's up, Scott? Welcome here to the Imagination Creation Films. And, well, today it's a live stream. It is November 26th. It's Black Friday for those of you who love to shop and save that money. And here I am. I literally just clicked start, go live. And, yeah, guess what it did? It dropped my connection. That was ingenious. So we'll see what we do today. The internet has been kind of weird. It kind of works and then it just kind of just drops completely. But welcome everyone. We'll see if the oh, look at that. Oh, yay, it's a great success. The live chat on the Stream Elements Live, it's working. So I don't have to actually go back to the other thing. So cool. Arthur, hello. How is everyone? It's a great day. Things seem to be working. We'll see about that. Who knows what the world has in store for me? My my Apple MacBook Pro got delayed badly. There's no Raptor here. Not probably till after the first of the year. My MacBook Pro. Apparently, Apple's making the MacBook Pros in a bunch of different distribution centers, and the one distribution center that that mine is from is having issues getting stuff out. So now my MacBook Pro is delayed until December 22nd. Yay! Yay! I mean, who's excited? Me! Not. So that's working. So I don't think I need to look at that anymore. That's cool. We got the puppy cam. He's just being a good boy laying down. Got the of course the mini Phil Holland going on there, and yeah, we're feeling pretty good. You know what? One thing it doesn't tell me, that's interesting. It doesn't tell me how many people are on. That one is interesting. Let me switch this to small there. This one will tell me. There's just a few people on here. Has anybody purchased anything awesome on their Black Friday? There's lots of Black Friday deals. If you saw my video a few days ago, there's lots of, and all the deals are coming through today. And if you didn't know, today, Black Friday is also National Unsubscribe from That Email List Day. That's right, the day when all of those emails come in you didn't know you signed up for or you didn't sign up for. And you have to go through and click unsubscribe 7,000 times because apparently letting you know that there's a Black Friday deal is not good enough. They need to let you know every hour what's happening because you're not intelligent as a person in the world, apparently, to go and check. Got a delicious orange sparkling water today. I do enjoy that. And so what's everybody up to? What's everybody working on? I am cleaning everything. The studio is getting completely deep cleaned, reorganized, and making everything better. I had so much backlog of everything, and it was just getting in my way, literally stepping over stuff. It was insanities, and I don't like insanities. Oh, it looks like we have a new channel member. That's cool. I don't know why I didn't get a notification on that. But Night Cruiser, thank you for becoming a channel member. I greatly appreciate that. It is nice. I enjoy seeing the slow climb of channel memberships out there. And for those of you who are channel members, you get exclusive access 24 hours in advance, sometimes more, to new videos that are coming out if I don't have an NDA or an embargo on there because I can't break the embargo. But you get all of that. You get behind the scenes. The wife is going to start cutting the blooper reels, so those are going to be coming here really soon. That'll be fun. And yeah, you get cool stickers on the live chats, and you get my undying respect. And at certain levels, you get lots of other things too. So yeah, channel membership, it's cool. It's very nice. So I kind of feel like it's my gut that today's going to be a short live stream. I kind of feel that way because I think everybody is busy. I think everybody's busy with either family, for those in the United States. Um, if you're not in the United States, maybe they're doing the Black Friday sale, which I guess, does Black Friday just work across the world? I'm assuming every company just takes advantage of that and says, yeah, we need to just go ahead and do that. We'll do the puppy. Well, he just really. I mean, I can't fix that turkey. Well, you just get to see his legs, and then I feel like the Black Friday would just work worldwide, but I don't know. And it just feels like one of those days that it'd be a short live stream. Who knows? I just want to keep doing these. I want to keep the conversation going and flowing and rhyming with going and flowing. Nope, the V Raptor will not be here until probably after the first of the year. I've got to get some finances in order, and got to sell my Dragon X. It'll have to sell beforehand, and I took that 1 month hiatus from Facebook. I had a couple people say, "You got banned. I just know you got banned. You didn't take a voluntary." No, I took a voluntary 1 month, 28 days hiatus. And for anybody that doubts that, you could tell because every once in a while I would go in there and post a video, but I didn't hang around. I didn't post anything else. So I'm back on Facebook in a limited capacity. I'm not going to fully engage and just hang around all day long on there, which was a real kind of a time waster for me. But yeah, I'll be, hey, it's enough scratching. He's like, I just see it on my screen, just constantly scratching. So Arthur, what are you up to? What are you doing? What's involved in your world? What projects you have shooting? I have a couple of client little small shoots, some product motion control stuff. That's coming up really soon, like next week. And then what else do I have? I have. I mean, I was really hoping to get my MacBook Pro in so I could chew through all that 8K V-Raptor footage. It was just killing my M1 at 8K at 8K. Now I have to delay further. Yeah, it's just a nice little quiet live stream here. Just a few folks on here. I mean, it's literally just a handful of folks on here. That's cool. Everybody's quiet. Nobody wants to say hello. Nobody wants to say anything. I get it. I get it. I understand. Let's see here. Really? You just get up and leave? Oh, he's going in there. Well, fine. Then we're not going to have the puppy cam. King, hello, King. Prices of used SMC2 is dropping. Yeah. What have you seen for a Dragon X lately? I'm kind of scared. I mean, at some point, I just won't sell it. I'm not going to just give it away. I know it has. Quit doing that. Quit doing. I hate that posterizing. I know it has absolutely nothing to do with what I feel like it's worth. I just feel, to me, that I'm not going to. I'm not just going to give it away. And so I'm fine with just keeping it at some point. What's Gucci? Yeah, I don't know. What's Gucci? Let's see here. Let me search Dragon X. Really? Now that I'm on Facebook, I can actually just search that stuff. September. He wants. Oh, that was me commenting on that. I haven't seen a Dragon X. Oh, that's 2019. Really? How about Most recent. Geez, that's weird. It's giving me stuff from 2019. I think Save Your Dragon. I mean, you're not out of reason there. Did everybody notice that Komodo got new beta firmware, the time lapse function? Why is it posterizing? Stop it! It's so irritating. What is it? That's so irritating. Oh, now it fixes it. Really? Yeah, Komodo got posterizing. Komodo got posterizing. No, it's just as good as this one. Yeah, it got time lapse mode. It's not full blown time lapse mode. It's what they can add, and I talked a little bit to Red to find out what was going on, why they couldn't just open it up, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make time lapse work and the frame rates work. Wow. And the shutter speeds and all that stuff. So it takes a little bit of effort to get that working, but they got the basis in there, so I'm cool with that. On eBay, I see helium light kits hovering closer to 10K. Really? I mean, that's insane. I mean, it kind of makes sense a little bit that stuff would be dropping. I know that V-Raptor is fairly cheap for what it is. And then you've got other options out there in 8K that are coming in. And so people are like, well, I'm not going to pay that. But it just boggles the mind. Let's see here. List price. Anyone done Dragon and Gemini? I don't see. Let's see. Selling. That's a Scarlet W. And how much is it? So he's selling a Scarlet W with a 7 and 2 small mags. Where's the price? Yeah, price would be nice here. Messaged you. Yeah. Obviously, there needs to be some moderation going on here. Yeah, I can't see. I'd have to go out to Red User, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I would like to get, with everything that I have, which includes the mount, the 7-inch monitor, the V-Lock I/O, the handles, all the handles, and then I have the original case, which is rare. People don't have that. I have two 512s. I have card reader, and then I have a whole bunch of cages and various kits to go with it. And I'm hoping that I can get 13, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think if I can't get at least 12, I probably just won't sell it. And that will delay me getting a V-Raptor. That's just life, you know. Sometimes you got to make choices in life, and I've made my choice. And I mean, it still does everything that I love. It's just not 8K 120, which I love. I love more. I really like it a lot. According to this, nobody's on the live stream. I kind of feel it'll be a short one, and we'll do a short one if it is what it is. I'm not going to push myself out there for I don't want to say for nothing. That's not the point. That I don't want to sit out here and talk for hours if literally nobody's really interested today. And I kind of figured today, but it's Friday and I wanted to be normal. I don't know. I wanted to be consistent. There we go. Tech Noir. Hey bud, you have a Raptor review coming? I do have a Raptor review coming. And the only thing I have, everything is shot for it. I just can't process the 8K video at 8K. Well, what I wanted to do was two things. I wanted to process everything in 8K, and everything that was less than 8K, I wanted to AI upres it to 8K, just for consistency. And I cannot AI upres with the M1, and even my Windows machine is rather strained for doing it. So that's what the MacBook Pro was going to get through here. So the V-Raptor review will come. I mean, at some point, I'm just going to throw up my hands and say, fine, I'll just put it out, the review in 4K, and that'll be that. I mean, yeah, there's no shock. I love the V-Raptor. There's no shock. There's a few pros and cons, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. King says, your Dragon is in pristine condition, best I've seen. It really is. I mean, I take care like you. I mean, literally, I had the plastic peel thing on here, and I wouldn't let anybody pull it off because I wanted to see how long it would stay on there. And it stayed on there for a year and a half, and then it just kind of fell off one day. No one pulled on it. The screen is in perfect shape. The only negative is it's hard to see, but there's one little scratch on here, and I didn't do it. It's right here. I'm just trying to see if I can show it or not. Yeah, you can see just right there. There's one little scratch on the monitor. I bought the monitor used, and it had a scratch on it, and that's just, life. It doesn't bother me one bit. I mean, I would love for it to not have a scratch, but, I mean, hasn't bothered me one bit. And, I mean, this thing is a tank. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it'll continue to be my tank until the funds are coming for the V-Raptor. But we'll just see what the pricing is going to be like. We got... yeah, there's just like no one watching. I mean, other than you three. It's like literally you three. Anybody got any plans? What they're doing? What's their end of year looking like? I've got no real projects, just a couple of small client projects for the rest of the year, which is good and bad. I mean, I would love to have a lot more jobs to do, so I can just pack a little more cash in there and not worry about the future. But, it's normal for this time of year, which sucks. And I will probably start doing some spec stuff just to try out some new things. And then, I mean, maybe if I just don't have any work, I just start cranking out YouTube videos left and right. I guess that's the way to do it, King says, you're moving to the V-Raptor full frame. What do you think about the future of Super 35? I don't think it's dead. I think there's a long, long life in Super 35. I wouldn't call it a fad because I honestly don't think it's a fad. It's just something that hasn't been in reach for a long time for people, because you literally had to go to really large format film to do it, or if in the digital world you had to go to Alexa 65 kind of thing, or Monstro. It was a out of reach thing. But now full frame is hitting so many things. I mean, the A7S III can record full frame video, and I don't think Super 35 is going to die. I think it's going to be around for a long, long time. Now, it's possible that if they come out with like a newer, fuller frame, or they go to a large format or a medium format sensor, I guess Super 35 would take a struggle at that point, because if you're a lens manufacturer, you're going to look at several things when you're designing lenses: market share, cost to develop, all that stuff. If the market goes towards full frame, then you're just going to build full frame lenses, most likely. That doesn't mean the Super 35 is dead, but it just means that they won't be building lenses catering to Super 35. I mean, then on top of that, I mean, full frame lenses that do some of the things that these Super 35 lenses do, those are going to be some giant, giant lenses. And they may not want to run with it. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think Super 35 is dead. I don't dislike either of them or like either of them more than another. To me, it's a tool in my belt. I mean, Dragon 6K is not Super 35. It's slightly larger than Super 35. I mean, it's nice because you get that little extension of extra field of view there. But I don't crave the full frame. It's nice. I mean, if there was a helium, well, if there was a V-Raptor Super 35 that had the same specs, but the sensor was Super 35, I would probably go to the Super 35. That's just my gut. I feel like there's a lot more lens opportunities in Super 35. But now that everybody's going full frame, well, or a lot of people are going full frame, I mean, it opens the door to future full frame lenses that are going to be kind of amazing. And it'll be interesting to see what they can get away with in full frame. Because, I mean, it's hard making glass that's bigger and bigger and bigger. I've got to get the review out for the scarf dust. I keep dragging my feet on the final review part of it. I don't know why I keep dragging my feet. I got to get that out. People I keep using it. I've been using it on all the videos lately because I love the look. I mean, it's not for everything. Don't get me wrong. It's not I throw it on there for everything, but I throw it on there for everything that I'm shooting here because I think it just adds some cool, not flare, but oh, I've got the whole. Wow, this is so hard to do backwards. I got the whole world in my hand. There we go. Yeah, just like the blooming that happens just around there with that scarf dust. Oh, that's interesting. Cool. You see where the bloom comes in for sure. But yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested in the scarf dust, yep, you can go to revarcine.com and coupon code Scott Balcom will get you 20% off. 20%. And now we got people jumping in and jumping out. That's weird. They're like coming and go. They're like, oh, hey, Scott, bye, Scott. Hi, Scott, bye, Scott. Let's see. What else is going on? 1, 2, 3. 3. Let's just call it 2+ lighting reviews coming. And then we have some lenses to review. Several lenses. We have filters to review. We have, boy, I tell you, I guess people did not particularly care for my latest video that I released yesterday. It's kind of funny. I've never seen so many people unsubscribe. My channel is not about high-end only. My channel is across the board. And so I will always make videos that cater to different parts of it. And I guess there were some people that didn't like me going low budget. Okay, I get it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to show low budget because everybody needs to learn. Tech Noir, do you have any concern with the image tear on the Raptor that someone posted on Raptor users group? I saw Phil explaining it, and I'm sure it's not an issue. Just your thoughts. So I did not personally get it to happen on mine. I have seen very, very, very up close stuff, and I've seen it. Um, I'm not sure what to make of it. Um, it's an odd one. It, I don't want to say what I think, and I don't want to not say what I think, because I don't want people to make a bigger deal out of it than it is, because I'm not sure it's a big deal. I didn't have it happen to me, which to me tells me that it's it's probably not as big of a deal, but there are people that can make it happen. So I just don't know. But I am definitely familiar with it. And what people were saying that they were doing to make it happen, I did on my cigars video with the cigars in the sun, and it didn't happen. So I don't know. I don't, I don't know. I don't have an actual answer. I have speculation, but speculation leads people to go, well, I don't know about that, but we'll have to see, because I think most people have never experienced it ever. I mean, I don't know how many Raptors are out there. I think there's quite a few though. So I don't know, but I feel you. I feel what your concern is, and yeah, it's the best. I mean, my problem with it is I don't have the V-Raptor here. I only had it for 1 week. That screen tear concern came out after I had already shipped my V-Raptor back. So I have no physical hands-on with the issue. I know several people that do that can make it happen forcibly, but yeah, I mean that's the best answer I can give. I mean, I hope that's reasonable, because if I say one thing, then people will be like, I'm not buying a V-Raptor, and I don't think that's the case. I don't think that would be an issue at all. I I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, I wouldn't let it keep me from buying a V-Raptor unless you're doing one thing all the time. I just don't think I would be too terribly concerned with it. Um, what else is going on? Now there's more people joining. That's good. I like it when people join. I could just post it to Facebook, but no one ever. No one. I don't think we saw an audience rise or drop when I wasn't on Facebook. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it be. I do like that I can have everything on one. This is nice now. What we couldn't get working last week is working now. I've got the chat over here on the right, and I can see the activity feed. I think the animations would go. I think we're dropping frames too. That's good. And it's been really weird. It's like really, really fast, and then it just drops. And then it's really, really, really fast, and then it just drops. Phil explaining it put my mind at ease. Yeah, and I mean, Phil owns one, and he's a very technology-minded person with a lot of inroads in all aspects of sensors and lenses and everything. And he's far more qualified to make a determination about it. So yeah, I mean, Phil, I would definitely listen to Phil more than me, mostly because I didn't experience it. So it's only me speculating based upon what I saw. Jeremy, hello, Jeremy. Have you talked with Jared about when they're shipping the DSM-C3 monitor and handle for the Raptor? Still waiting on mine. They had a batch of them that went in and went out. So I think right now it's supply chain. They're shipping them as soon as they get them. So I guess it depends on when you ordered the monitor as to when you will be getting them. Also, do you know anything about the SDI safety on the Raptor with the 12G ports? Still don't turn on the camera on or off with SDI cables connected. So what it really is you need to have power connected to your device before you plug in cables is really what it boils down to. So power, SDI, power. And that's the way it is. You do not want, in the ultimate safety world, you do not want to power on a device with the cable installed. That is the nutshell. And every 12G has it, so that is what you should do in every circumstance. All those little balins that they're using, I don't have any information, and I know Red had tested a bunch of them, and they could not conclusively yet determine that it made one bit of difference. They didn't think it hurt anything, but they couldn't prove that it helped at all. So, yeah, I don't know. Nick, hello, Nick. I was planning to get some Gemini 1x1s and 2x1s, but with the new Aperture 600, I might be leaning towards some 300s and 600s. Any concerns with Aperture that seem like more consumer than prosumer? So, Aperture originally was very prosumer, well, consumer and prosumer based originally. But if you notice on their lights, they've taken a split, and they've gone to Pro line, and they've gone to their prosumer line. So the Amarans are their prosumer class. Let me grab now that I have lights that I can grab and bring into frame, because I couldn't bring a lot of these into frame with the NDAs. So like the P600 or P60C is their Amaran line, and you can tell, I mean, it's plastic. This is your mount. It's a 1/4-20 in the bottom. So this is a very prosumer-based light. And their Aperture line, you have the 600D Pro, you have the 600X Pro, you have the Nova 300C or P300C. Those are all their Pro line. So the concerns with, I think, in my mind, the concerns with the concerns with them being professional ended when they came out with the 300D Mark II. The 300D was an attempt to get too professional, but not quite. And the reason I say that is they had that separate power supply and then a separate box. And when they went to the full integrated box with all of their lights, everything changed and their build quality went through the roof. The Novas, I have a Nova. I use a Nova all the time, and I take it with me all the time on my interview shoots and commercial stuff. I've never had one issue with it at all. The build quality is really stout. It's heavy, but it is up there to me in quality with the Geminis. You get a little more output on the 300, and then on the 600, you get a lot more output than the Gemini. The other cool thing with the Nova 600 P600C is you get four. There's 4 addressable panels in there, so there's animations you can do in the light itself. And the way I describe that is with the 600, you can't do it on the 300. Maybe a new version of the 300 they could do it. But with the 600, there are, well, this one, I mean, there's 3 panels here, but say the 600 has the 4th panel. When you're doing like a fire effect, you can have the panel up against like this. You're going to have this panel. It's going to be able to wrap around the side of your face more than this one. So you're going to get this natural 3-dimensional fire effect from a single light, rather than just, you know, one light just doing this. You're going to get kind of this number with fire. So on some of the effects stuff, that's really cool with the 600. I mean, build wise, I think they're absolutely rugged enough for professional use. Yeah, I mean, and I've said that in a lot of my reviews, like with the 600D. I know they did have one problem with the 600D, and they've addressed it and fixed it. And that was the yoke would break. That was the very early ones that there was a support that needed to be added, and that they added it. But I mean, they're fixing that stuff. I mean, even their let me grab. Sorry, I'm just walking around here grabbing stuff because, well, why not? Even their get out of there. What are we doing here? You let go. I got to. Oh, that's right. I haven't pulled that off in a while. Pull it off. There we go. I would say they're in their professional line, which is, you know, anything with the Pro on there. Their least professional is the like the 600C or 600D and this. I'm sorry, 60D and 60X. The things that I don't particularly care for is like the pigtail mount and this little power supply on the side. But I mean, as far as build quality, it's aluminum. It's really strong, and the yoke is really. Oh, got it stripped. Oh, it wasn't even tight. So I mean, it's pretty good build quality. I don't think I would be too worried about it. If I mean, I know a lot of grip trucks that are now stocking the apertures in there because they're just easy and cheap, and they don't have to have as big of a generator in there. Technoir, does Raptor have better autofocus than Komodo? It absolutely has better autofocus than Komodo, and I don't know exactly why. I kind of wish Komodo had it. I think maybe Komodo will have a little bit better in the future, but really, I got to move the puppy cam now. He just completely voided my puppy cam. I mean, I had it all right there. We'll just do that. Make sure that there's nothing in there. Yep. We're good there. Okay, puppy cam. He came back in. So we will do puppy cam live. There you go. There we get the puppy cam. Sorry. So, yes, the autofocus on Raptor is, it's really, really snappy. It locks on really well, and I think it has far more room for improvement than the Komodo does as far as processing wise. But I mean, it's impressive. If that level of autofocus on V-Raptor that it is right now was in Komodo, very few people would ever complain. I mean, Komodo's good. It's not perfect. It's good. It's better than a GH5, but it's not as good as a Sony, and it's not as good as a Canon. But the V-Raptor, it's really good. It's getting really close to Sony. 08, hello 08, how are you? We were just chatting through stuffs and things. Let's put that aperture right there. Whoops. And if anybody doesn't know the naming convention on aperture stuff, like P60C stands for panel, 60 watts, color. That's what all of these are. And you've got 60 watts, X is bicolor. The Nova is a P300C panel, 300 watts, and color. My wife was laughing. She's like, why do you always have so much stuff back behind you? I was like, well, because I go and talk about things. When people ask questions, I go and get... All right. Oh. We may have a wasp in here. If we do, you may hear me shrill and scream like a 9-year-old girl. Because if it lands on me, I will... But may have a wasp in here. King says, how do you power your A7S III through the lives? The absolute best thing that they did with the A7S III is they gave it not only a micro USB, but they gave it a USB-C that handles... This is going to be a bad day. Handles power delivery. So I buy these simple little Amazon bricks. They are... No, I'll unplug this one right here. This is one right here. Please use my Amazon affiliate links if you would. But they are 20 watts and they're USB-C. And then I buy these 10-foot USB-C power delivery cords. And it absolutely, without question, keeps the A7S III powered the entire time. Battery is fully charged when I'm done, so it's never drawn anything. It's pretty good. Nick says, talk about the new Aperture 1200D coming out. Can you give me an estimate on what the price will be? It will be a little less than... Oh, it's a fly. It kept flying right at me. It will be a little less than twice the price of the 600D. So 600D is what, $18.99, I think. I believe, and you can't quote me because I literally can't be quoted. I'm quote proof. No, I've heard several numbers, but somewhere in the $3,500 range. Probably a little bit more, but somewhere in that range. If they can get it lower, I promise they will. Aperture is not a company to go, wow, we got so much profit in that. Let's just make more. They don't. They said, this is how much we need to make on it, and they price it as low as they possibly can. And good for them. But 1200D. So it's an interesting light. It is very powerful, but let's see how to phrase it. It's bigger than a 6. I mean, obviously, but like the COB is bigger than the LEDs on the COB on the 600D. Because of that, you can't use an F10 Fresnel on it and it work, because the F10 Fresnel is optically designed to handle the size of the COB for the 600D. So what they're going to do, and they haven't determined with any certainty yet, but there's going to be 3 reflectors that they either include or sell. It just depends on how they want to do it. So there won't be they may do a Fresnel for it, but like the spotlight will not work with it. The Fresnel is not going to take advantage of it. So it's going to be an interesting light. I know that what is it? Who's the one that came out with the 1200? The people that do Nanlite, I think, isn't it? So they have a 1200 and they have a Fresnel for it. And it's bright. From what I know, the Aperture is at least as bright as that one, but they don't have the Fresnel yet. But build quality, it looks like a fat 600D. Yeah, or a mini orbiter. It looks kind of like a mini orbiter, honestly. Going to take a whole lot of power, and powering it from batteries that's probably going to be 48 volt only, if I remember correctly. I don't think you can do it. Well, you could do it half power with 26 volt. I think you can do half power. It's just a lot of power coming out of a LED. But it is very, very bright. I did get to see it at Cinegear, and it's pretty bright. 08 says, I guess it will be on the 3500-ish side, excluding taxes. Yeah, and I think it's around 3,500. What will change will be if they can figure out a way to make it less. That's nice. Or if they're bundling it with the different, because there's going to be a narrow, medium, and a wide reflector on there. And so if they can't figure out how to cut it and they bundle it with all three, then the price would necessarily have to go up, that kind of thing. So yeah, it'll vary. It'll depend. But it's a cool light. We'll see. It's next year when it happens, and we'll see. I know that there's a few of them out there, but that's all I know. All right, who's got questions? I'm excited. I got my stream going right, and everything is cool and exciting. I just wanna see what we got. Who's got questions? Who's got more Raptor or Aperture or Komodo or whatever you want to chat about? I saw the other day Austin Paul on his channel did a video where he was drinking whiskey, and he wanted to put, he wanted to do like I think he called it Whiskey Wednesdays, and I told him, I warned him, I was like, be careful. You're walking a very, very tough line with YouTube. YouTube is not about it's not above them to demonetize that, because that's something I have wanted to do so badly on here. And yeah, I can't figure out how to do it without jeopardizing anything. 08 says, in my opinion, although I love Aperture, I am not sure if I will pick up a 1200D. Hate the fact that it is still Bowen's mount. It is interesting. Just not the best solution for a solid mount. It is, to me, this kind of goes with Nick's assessment. They're so ingrained in the markets. Now they have professional line, but they want that ease and flexibility of a Bowen's mount. And like you say, the Bowen's mount at some point craps out. It's not designed to carry a whole bunch of weight. And yeah, I don't know. All I know is that it will produce one heck of a bright image out of a 5-foot, their LD 150 light dome. It will seriously compete with the sun. Now, there have been a couple of jobs where we've required multiple 600Ds, and only those handful of jobs would a 1200D come in. It is definitely more niche, for sure. 08 says, we'll honestly still recommend an M18 if you can afford it and can handle the heat. M18 is a great light. The 1200 is going to compete. It is going to compete with the M18. Now, they're going to need to figure out how to create a reflector that does what an M18's reflector does, because it's the M18 reflector is really nice. But I mean, an M18, it's an open face light. It doesn't have a Fresnel on there, so it's not unreasonable for Aperture to do something similar. And maybe they could create, because you know how the M18 has like that two-stage reflector in there. It's like two different angles. I mean, maybe Aperture could do something like that. I don't know if it'll work because, no, in fact, I'm pretty sure it won't work because the reason they're doing the two stage is because it's a HMI bulb that is three-dimensional and a COB is flat. Nick says, I don't know how Aperture does it with pricing. I was planning to get a couple of Joker 1600s. Those were almost $10,000 per light. Now I'm leaning towards some 1200Ds. Yeah, the Jokers, so the 1200s will do nicely in comparison with the Jokers. Now, what you gain with the Jokers, and this goes right back to the same thing with an M18, and I think they're going to have to come up with a way to do it. And I'm not sure what to do, but if you could create a three-dimensional element, so if they could have a little attachment that goes on the front of the COB that creates light three-dimensionally, then you can start using like a lot of the cool modifiers that Jokers have, because Jokers have a lot of cool stuff. It'd be kind of cool to be able to do that. I don't know if they can. Maybe heat. I mean, the 1200D is no joke heat. I mean, 1200 watts, even if it's highly efficient, it's still 1200 watts. It's a lot. There is no question that at some point HMIs are going to go away. What I don't know is when. And, you know, it's an interesting thing. As I was talking about this with some people who own studios, and I was like, why don't you go LED on everything? Why don't you go LED on your trucks? Why don't you, I mean, because Mole Richardson has 20K equivalent LEDs. Why don't people buy them? Wouldn't it help on like the studios? You don't have to provide as much cooling. You don't have to provide as much power. And the studios were quite frank. They didn't care. They didn't care one bit because they don't pay for it. They charge the customer. So where I think this has to come to a what are we thinking here kind of thing is with global energy usage, and I'm not going on a rant of any path. All I'm saying is if we can be more efficient, we should be more efficient. If you can put solar panels on your house, you should put some on there, and it shouldn't cost a lot of money, that kind of stuff. So if you can reduce electricity consumption or generator consumption or reduce your air conditioning because you've now gone LED, why wouldn't you do it other than the fact that they've already invested in it? So I think there should be maybe some, instead of just incentivizing Hollywood to go to different states, what if they incentivized also by electricity and cooling usage? How much electricity you used, you get a bigger discount. That seems reasonable to me. I mean, if your end goal is to get people to stop using as much electricity or stop using as much diesel or whatever, make it worth it for them. 08 say, honestly can't remember any outdoor shoot with daylight. I didn't rent any. I mean, it is. I mean, one of the shoots that we did, we tried it with the 600D, and one of the last ones I was on, and we didn't have a second one, so we ended up using the M18 off the truck, and it was one of those where two 600s would have done it. That dual adapter that they have that go in the what's the snap bags? Snap bags has a dual mount. That would have absolutely been fine on there, but we didn't have the second 600D. So yeah, we got M18. But with the 1200D, I do not think you're in the same boat. I don't think you're going to have to pull out the M18. I think you can do it with the 1200D. Now, interesting point. if the 1200D is only as bright as an M18 and they both pull very similar power, what did you save? A little bit of heat? Maybe. Maybe a little bit of ruggedness? Maybe. Do you have any recommended RF glass on Raptor? Yeah, I like the Canon glass. The Canon glass is nice on Raptor, and right now they're really the only ones that are making good RF glass. Other than there's some RF Mount Cine stuff, but I mean the Canon stuff is nice. That what is it? The 28-70, the f2. It's a huge lens, but it is a pretty lens. It produces a really nice image. 082 Nick, for HMIs, I think the used market is really interesting at the moment. Yeah, what is the used looking like on HMI? I haven't priced out on HMI. I sold my HMI about 18 months ago, I think it was. And I have not purchased an HMI, and I won't purchase an HMI. I'm waiting for, I mean, if I can get a 5K LED, oh man, am I going to be excited? Because that really will be the last need that I will have for, owning a light. That'd be good. Tungsten versus HMI versus LED is kind of comparable to the film digital debate. You're not wrong. It's interesting because there's definitely pros and cons to every single thing. Definitely. Fitzgerald. Hey, Fitzgerald. What up? Kodana, hello. Are Miki lenses any good? That's my recommendation on them. I think you'll find them to be very similar in quality to a Rokinon. They're not Rokinons, they're different, but there's a lot of Chinese glass out there that are basically the same. And so they're not bad. In fact, I would say the Mikis are a little bit better than Rokinons, but they're not desirable to me. The best affordable Chinese glass that I have tested is the Irix, and it's not on par with a Tacchina or a Sigma. It is a different level. The Vespids are. What happened? That's weird. Okay, something flashed. And I didn't know what it was. I thought. It was the background. Got it. Because I got the puppy cam on. The Vespids. I have not done a full review on the Vespids. I have played with them. They are probably, I would say, a little better than the Irix, but not necessarily in all ways. Irix has some better. I mean, the 150 Irix is really nice. It is really nice. I haven't played with the 30 yet, although I have hopes shortly now to get to demo that bad boy. The Miki's just uninspiring is the way I would phrase that. What mount are you getting on your Sigmas, EF or PL? King, I decided that when I do get my V-Raptor, I will be switching over to PL for a host of reasons, but I think it's time for Scotty to jump into the PL bracket. Kadana says, I've seen some using them on Red Komodo and V-Raptor. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see them because they're very affordable. And, I mean, quite frankly, I'd be in the same boat where I spend all my money on a V-Raptor and I can't afford, the lenses that I truly, truly want. So I go with the ones that I can get. And that may be some of the case. Because I don't see a... I don't know. They're really affordable, and I just don't see I wouldn't put a Rokinon on a V-Raptor. And the Mikis, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're going to get better. They certainly haven't shipped a lot of them, and they certainly haven't released a lot of what they said they were going to have. So maybe we just wait. I don't know. Fitzgerald says, I bought the Miki Super 35 City set for Komodo. Bro, for the price, it's amazing if you're poor. Okay, there's the thing. No focus breathing at all, or chromatic aberration. Interesting. $600 per lens. And that, don't laugh. I did laugh at you because you said if you're poor, because I get it. That was literally what I was saying. I mean, you become camera poor. You bought so much camera, it's hard to afford. So, I mean, I wouldn't knock anybody for buying them. I wouldn't say, bro, what are you thinking? I wouldn't recommend them. And it's kind of like the Rokinons. I know a lot of people that shoot on Rokinons and they absolutely love them. That's their prerogative. I mean, it's I am me. I am responsible for my own opinions, and I form my own opinions. Everybody has their own opinion, and if they love the look of Rokinon, who am I to tell them otherwise? So, I mean, I get it. I understand why you did it, Fitzgerald. I'm not knocking you. I find them uninspiring, but like I said, let's wait a little longer and see what happens. They recently launched the full frame lenses as well, I believe. Did they release them all though? I thought they only released like 3 of them. Fitzgerald says it was Miki or the Dizio Vespids. The Vespids have a full set at least. Yeah, 08 says, I can only speak for the prices in Europe. M18s usually sell in the 3.5 to 4.5 range. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Kadana says, how did you like the image compared to the Sigma 18 to 35? That'll be interesting. I can't wait to hear that answer. Nick says, are you going to get that breakthrough RF to PL mount? Looks pretty sweet. Yes, I will. That's one of the reasons I want to go with PL, because I like that mount. Fitzgerald says, the Mikis are sharp enough. 0 focus breathing and no CA. They don't give the colors of the Vistas or anything, but they're 600 lens. It's an insane price for what you get. Yeah, but 18 to 35 Sigma, if you owned that one, how do you think they compare? I mean, I get that they're just not going to be that sharp, but do you feel like you're getting 8K? Well, you're on 6K. Are you feeling like you're getting 6K of sharpness out of them? King says, Fitzgerald, ball out, bro. You're better than Miki. Now. I mean, I started out, I mean, it's why I have difficulty giving my opinion on stuff, because I don't want to crap on someone. It's not my intention. I don't believe my opinions are right for, well, I believe my opinions are my opinions. No, I don't believe my opinions are right for everyone. I don't believe my opinions are necessarily always right either. I mean, it's based upon my circumstances and my eyeballs, because my eyeballs will be different than yours. I mean, it's a good example, like we talked about either last week or the week before with the Xenons from Schneider, and how I didn't notice the CA on it at all until someone pointed it out. Then I couldn't unnotice them. And it was quite interesting because those were exceptionally sharp lenses, but I ended up selling my set because of that. Fitzgerald says, I just got them, Kadana, but they are amazing in the house so far. Okay. King Cook, bro, I'll make them look beautiful. There you go. That's right. I also own the 1835. Yeah, speak about it. Speak about the 35 on the Miki compared to the 35 on Sigma. Because to me, there's not much sharper out there than a Sigma, especially for the money. King says, Scott, do you think the Komodo needs lens support for something like the RF 100 macro? No, not for the RF 100 at all. Not at all. I mean, I run this all day long. This is the 1835, and the 50 to 100 is much, much bigger, and I do not run lens support on that either. And I run matte boxes on there. So no, I don't think you need to. However, going above the 50 to 100, I would start to put lens support on there. Now I also do run around with the 70 to 200 on there, and I will run around with that on. That's borderline. That's borderline. I'm very big on saving weight, so I will. I have also I have also um, uh, I have also put the 150 to 600 Sigma with the 2X on the Komodo without lens support. And I actually mounted it on the lens as opposed to the Komodo because the Komodo's lighter weight than that whole lens. But I would not run around with that at all. Yeah. Fitzgerald says, I shot a whole project with the Leica R's. Nice. 300 range serial number. Nice this week. And forget Miki and forget Vistas. Interesting. I need to collect all the Leicas. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. They are beautiful. They are, but they're different. They're different. I can't forget Vistas. Because a Vista is different. The Leica R's are beautiful if you get a good matched set of them, hand-picked through many. But the prices keep going up there. Night Cruiser, hello. Hello, Night Cruiser, and thank you, sir, for becoming a channel member. I greatly appreciate that. And notice Night Cruiser has that cool badge, too. Night Cruiser's like, I'm a channel member. Look at me. But thank you for becoming a channel member. It didn't send me a notification that you had done that, but when I went on the live stream, my activity feed showed it. I was like, oh, I missed a member. But yep, thank you. Kundana says, Anthony, awesome. I own a few Leicas as well. Really like them, but haven't tried them on Komodo. Oh, try them on Komodo. They're nice. Fitzgerald says, oh my God, they are beautiful on Komodo. Yeah, exactly. There you go. How long did it take you to find them? Yeah. I bought them 5 years ago. They were much cheaper and become very expensive lately. So, if anybody's interested, they're not cheap, but shoot me an email. I have a friend in Atlanta knows someone whose business is putting together sets of those. And they will, I mean, you're going to pay for them, but you're going to get a really nice set. So I can pass that along. I don't, waiting for it to disconnect. Okay, there we go. Well, the internet's doing the funky thing, going up and down, up and down. Seems like it's doing okay. Let me just drop my settings just a little bit here. Might as well. Make sure, yep, okay. Got that, okay. Bought them 5 years ago, much cheaper. Yep. I am the Mist member. You are. We now have the Balcom 5. I Edit Projects. Good evening, all. Good evening, I Edit. Well, we're starting to get some people cruising in. Cool. I hope all your Thanksgivings were awesome. Yep. Those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving yesterday to you. And those of you who don't, happy Thursday yesterday to you. My Thanksgiving was great. We had a nice little family get together. Way too much food. But, I mean, that's good stuff. What do you think? It's Friday. It's Friday afternoon. Should I enjoy a cigar on the live stream or not? 15 thumbs up, 15 likes on the stream, and I'll enjoy a cigar live here. Fitzgerald says, is the business Duclos? It is not, but Duclos is really good. So if you are interested, I mean, with Duclos, yeah, I mean, you could definitely go to Duclos. Let me just ask. Who is the dude that puts all the Leica sets together? Let's see here. 08. All ya people have those headaches with lens supports. Just go for Alexa with PL. Never have to think about lens support again unless you're using an Agino Optimo. Yeah. No, it's a fly. building a whole large studio, a 30 by 60, and reconnecting. There we go. Jeez, keeps dropping. Fitzgerald says, I am ordering my M1 Max 4 terabyte. Don't need the 8 terabyte. Awesome. You can buy it from B&H and use my affiliate link, or you can buy it from Apple. It's all good. I had stated it at the beginning of the stream. My M1 Max was supposed to arrive Monday, but then I got an email yesterday when they're closed that it got pushed to December 22nd. And so I talked to him today to find out what's the deal. Why in the world? Oh, there he goes. He's upside down. He'll only be upside down for like 1 minute. So you get to see the rare upside down dog. The one facility that mine is coming out of, because they're building these all over the world, is now under some kind of lockdown or something for 3 weeks. So, yay. Mine, everyone else is going to be getting theirs. I will not be getting mine for another 3 weeks. Who did you order M1 through? I ordered directly through Apple. See, told you, only 1 minute. That's all he does. He won't do it. Now he's gonna just get up and leave. Yeah, it was through Apple, and I was very sad to get that email. It was one of those. Oh, I don't like it. Oh. It's literally the noises I made. The Rex quit. We're at 13. We just need 2 more. Oh, there we go. Now we're back. He got up and left, but he likes to make noise. So yeah, B&H. I don't know when they would get theirs in. So I mean, I don't know. But you can order through B&H if you want, and if you use my affiliate link, yay! I'm watching you fly. Shoe fly. Don't bother me. But yeah, I don't know that there's any faster way. Oh. No, that's not fair. That's too much pressure. The internet I have no control over. Fight more. Hey, Fight. Hope all is well. Late joining to the party, but thank you for joining. Oh, we got to 15. Yay! I get to enjoy a cigar. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to put this over here. And she just got me a new. Ooh, I could enjoy some scotch with that too, but maybe not. Ooh, I'm all excited now. And fortunately, I just turned on the heaters too, because when I ventilate through here, because right up there I have a exhaust fan specifically to exhaust the cigar smoke, and it really doesn't smell in here at all. It's kind of amazing. I do like that, because I don't like. I mean, I would not sit in a small room with my electronics and smoke cigars. There's no way. I'm so anal about it. Like we will have like friends over, and we'll smoke cigars in the theater in there, and we'll smoke in here. But I was like, yeah, it works so well with. I just run the exhaust fan for 24 hours, and I don't have any smell. I don't have any smoke. No residue, no film, none of that stuff, because it's always flowing. And I had friends over that smoked cigarettes, and I said, well, go ahead and light up. Horrible mistake. That it took weeks to get that out. I was like, I'm sorry, none of that. 99% of my friends don't smoke cigars, but I just found it interesting that there was a difference in that, and that's what I think the difference is. I know this wasn't a cigar chat, but the difference between cigarettes and cigars is one's natural, the other is weird. All right, so who's got some more questions? Who's got more stuff to ask about? M1 Max, I am really, really excited about getting it. Really am. I just want it, and it's not coming anytime soon now. Although I will keep going in here, go into my Apple Store, and I will look, and it still says order is being prepared for shipment. Which is maybe it is going to come. It is switched. Well, they're Alec Bradley's, really? Let's see what we got. I need my punch cutter. Oh, that's a good one though. That's a good Alec Bradley. I'll share that one with the crew. Yeah, you can't pull out a Don Carlos. These are Don Carlos. Those are very, very premium. I need to refill that. All right, here we go, folks. We're going for it. Yeah, you have to open the window and turn on the. This is the Alec Bradley Magic Toast. So if anybody was interested in that, this one I've had before. It's really good. Let me switch back. Not that one. That one. Okay. Top chat. Go back to live chat. Okay, there we go. Fitzgerald asks if I went with the 8 terabyte. I did not. I went with the 2 terabyte. And for various reasons, I don't need that anymore. The main reason is I don't edit video from the internal hard drive. I always am using external drives on that. So I didn't really need a whole lot of storage. I went with the 2 terabyte because I'm also a songwriter, musician. See, now I'm having to follow a night cruiser's advice. I'm not allowed to smoke it because I keep disconnecting from the internet keeps going up and down. So I don't need more than, I really don't need more than about 1.5 terabytes for everything that I use. So 2 terabytes is plenty for me. I would have gone with the 4 if it was a toss up, but I went ahead this time and went with the Apple Care instead of the 4 terabyte. And I think it'll be a better choice for me since now I have a history of destroying my MacBook Pro, or at least the MacBook Pro's dying on me at the last minute. So that's the only reason. I don't think anybody should really ever go with the 8 terabyte. With certain rare exceptions. And those would be if you're traveling and you've got limited footage that you're going to be capturing, and you just don't want to mess with external drives. And that's it. To me, it's a lot of data to have in a single place that you cannot pull off, you cannot recover, because it's soldered on. So if there was ever a problem, I mean, it's a lot of data. That's why I didn't do it. Ooh, so toasty. Fightmore says, hey, Scott, I was thinking, what's the best way to get in touch with you? Maybe send you some info for your Rolodex in case you ever need another editor or VFX work. Email me the bottom of... I couldn't smoke because it disconnected again. Man, how is the feed? Is the feed dropping really badly? Or is it... Because it just keeps saying it's disconnecting and reconnecting, disconnecting and reconnecting. Every time I was going to enjoy my cigar, it wouldn't do that. Tariq, hello. Tariq, how are you in Turkey? You can now buy from Apple again. Wow. I saw that the Turkish, I don't know what the currency is there, but it fell like dramatically compared to the American dollar. So much so that Apple closed its stores and would not accept any orders from Turkey until they had adjusted all their prices, and they raised their prices like 25%. I was like, wow. But I mean, that's the volatility of the world economies. Yeah, feed is dropping. Oh, I mean, I hope is it viable at least? Is it worthwhile to continue? I mean, I would like to continue. I've got my cigar now, so I'm happy. I don't know why it's dropping though. It shouldn't be, but it is. Let's see. Let's move this over here. There we go. Because the airflow goes this way, and I'm really observant about smoke. So in cigars you don't inhale, and I don't even remotely even get close to inhaling. Even smoke in the air, I won't let it get near me. So if it blows across my face, I adjust so that I can do. I mean, it's wild. Here, the country has gone into crisis and protests were suspended. Oh no. Dropping but viable. Got it. Like my bank account. That's fair. Except for the viable part, yeah. Well, it's only viable as long as there's more than $1 in there. Then it's not viable. Tariq says right wing. Yeah. Well, I don't want to talk politics. I don't know the internal politics, but it's a politics free channel on here. So I don't know how much the Apple M1 is, but I need to buy one. So let me ask you, Tariq, are you talking about the M1 or are you talking about the M1 Pro, M1 Max? And secondarily, do you need a laptop? Is the more important question in my mind, because I think if you only need an M1 and you don't need a laptop, then the Mac Mini is still one of the best buys out there. It's a phenomenal, and you can get it with a 10 gig Ethernet built in. You can get it with multiple monitors on it. He was talking about a situation with a friend for 4 hours and missed your broadcasting. I need a PC to edit 4K. Oh, interesting. Look at the Mac Mini. Mac Mini with 16 gig. Don't even consider the 8 gig. Don't consider the cripple core or the bend CPU. Just get the 8 core. And the storage, you don't really need that much. You can get like a 1 terabyte and be plenty, and then just hang everything external because it has multiple Thunderbolts. You've got HDMI. You can hang multiple monitors on it. It's a beast. Mac Mini 16 is perfect. Yeah, do it. I mean, if they had come out with the Mac Minis with the MacBook Pros, I would not have purchased the MacBook Pros. I would have bought the Mac Mini decked out. Well, provided it had the same capability as the MacBook Pro M1 Max. I would have bought that with 10 gig just because it would work better here. And I would just keep the M1 that I had. Oh, I can't do it from there? That's interesting. But I can do it from here. Boom. There we go. That's interesting that I can't. Oh, maybe I can, and I have to resize. That could be it. Let's see. No, I cannot. That's interesting. Yeah, oh well. All right. I mean, I don't have an answer. I'm not really sure what any of it has to do with the price of eggs. So if you're going to spend the money, you're moments away. If you're going to spend the money on a hazer, get the DF50. It's, I mean, it's there. So there are hazers and there are fog machines that are hazers. If you, what I've found is if it's a fog machine that is a hazer, which basically means it is a continuous output, low output fog machine. I found the Chauvet for like $350 works good enough. But the good one is that is it CineFX, the DF50, I think it is. That one is by far the best hazer because it uses the oil-based. It's an oil-based hazer, which is a much finer particle in everything. I have never used the Roscoe V hazer, but I would wonder if it is actually a hazer versus a continuous output, low output fogger. Oh, find more. Yeah. Down below, email me. Down in the description, there is an email address for business purposes. Just email me. We can get in touch. Ooh, that's interesting. The orange and the toast, the magic toast. Magic toast. Here we go. And bye-bye. Easy enough. All right. So back to business. It's always the drive-bys. Always the drive-bys. And it's fun. And I miss our buddy Ali. He's usually out here moderating for us, doing the EFX solid. Yeah, the using oil. It is able to do a much finer particle in the air, and it hangs for so much more. So like on fog machines or hazers that are fog machines, you can see the clouds in there. I mean, no matter how much you diffuse it with your flag, you're still going to see a few of the layers of clouds just by the way that really? Well, that was weird. I have never seen that happen. I thought it went out because not one amount of smoke came out of it. I just thought it was dead. So the oil base, which the DF50, which unfortunately does cost about $3,500, but you can rent it forever. Those things are always rented. I mean, just continuously. But it is solid. It requires very little maintenance compared to a fogger. A fogger, what you have to do, so I have the Chauvet, and I like the Chauvet. It is, I was going to fog up one day in here for a live stream just for the heck of it. Look at that. It's not any smoke coming out of it. I've never seen that before. That's wild. So the Chauvet is like $350. They have I think they have a 200 and a 300. The one I have is the 300, if I'm correct. It's been a while. What you have to do is, so there's the hose that goes through into the tank itself. Every usage, really, I mean, unless you're going to use it every day, you need to take a brass toothbrush. So it's like an engine cleaning brush and scrub the nozzle with vinegar. And then take a syringe, like a large syringe, like the make Scotty go pee-pee special effects syringe, and hook that to the hose with vinegar in it. Really? That's what you responded with? That would be hilarious if Siri's like going, "Oh, you went pee-pee? You need to. We can alert someone." The syringe with vinegar, and shoot vinegar through it until vinegar comes out the other end, because that haze fluid and the fog fluid, it gets gummy in there. So that's how you do it. And if you do that, then it is the first time you power it on, it's going to smell funny, because I mean it's going to be vinegar. You could do water through there after you do the vinegar to get rid of the smell, but it's the way to keep it from clogging, because it will clog. Tariq says fog filter might come in handy in place of a fog machine. I think you can rent one for today. Yeah, the DF50s are really cheap to rent. Shauba, hello. Man, I haven't seen you in forever, man. How are you, man? Happy holidays. Tariq says, brush the nozzle with vinegar. Sounds helpful. It is. It is very helpful. I know you're trying to be funny, but yes, a wire brush, a small little toothbrush wire brush with vinegar, while it's hot, will help keep it clean. Shauba, how's your world? Everything going well up for you up there? Let's see. We got quite a few people in here. Let's continue on the discussion. We're going well. I do want to fog it up in here. The only problem is the only thing that the fog will really show, other than my rim light up here, which will then illuminate up here, which you will now see as well. You're going to see it a little more. Actually, you can right there. You can kind of see it. It's blooming because we have a little bit of haze in here from the natural fogger. And so the only other thing that would show up is the beams coming out of here. We can brighten that up. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. Apple did bump me up to priority overnight shipping, though. So maybe they'll push it out. I hope it's coming. It's just preparing for shipment. Maybe they just like, let's just make the guy happy. Just advance it so it at least looks like it's going. All right, let's take the 300X and pop it up. Yeah, there's not enough haze in here yet, but let's do that. We'll make it a very big, bright, sunny afternoon, and it's evening. Yeah, we got to change that. I mean, we deal with motivation on this channel, and the motivation is if the light is coming in from here and going straight across, then it has to be, there we go, sunset, there we go. Shoba says, yeah, just left the school system to go full time. Didn't have enough time with all that took place. Well, I feel that, man. Ooh, last year was rough. Tariq says, I am very new to binge watching YouTube, but now it seems to be my new obsession instead of cinema, as I find this form of video publishing more useful and partially active. Well, I mean, if you're looking for something to binge watch, might I recommend going back to my live streams and binge watching my interview series, which we will be bringing back, where I interviewed a whole bunch of great smaller DPs out there, and we went like 5 hours on those. So much information. Joel says, hello, Joel. I have decided on DJ Hurricane Hazer 1DX from Chauvet, but with the water-based fluid. We'll give it a chance. Which did you have? Let me see if I can find it on here. It was not that one. What was that? 20, let's see. Oh, here we go. It is the Chauvet Hurricane. No, that's the fog machine. Wrong one. Wrong one. That was the fog machine. That was a long time ago. The Hurricane Haze 3D is what I have. $429 back then. I think they have a cheaper one. But I do love the ability to go back and search your email. It is really nice. That's the one I have, and it will clog on you. But it does do a really nice job of putting out a continuous haze. Little noisy, and that's the problem with fog machines or haze machines that are low output, continuous output foggers, and that is they do that hiss, that so the Hurricane Hazer will do. It's not as bad as it's more of a, but it does make that noise, whereas a DF50 is almost silent. Tariq says, maybe an accent light to contrast the right corner of the wall. It seems pitch dark for the painting. So, yeah, the problem here, and let me just live fix this, is I was playing with another light, which we had on the live stream 2 weeks ago. And it's blocking it. So let me just move. Let me move this back. And we're going to go more up against the wall. Ooh, we got lots of fog over here. Let me go up a little bit. And then we'll go down a little bit. Yes, we're live DPing on the Scott Balcom channel because we care. We care enough. That's not what my favorite there is. Let's get that down like that. And then let's go back up a little more. There we go. Okay, are we hitting the back wall any? We should be able to hit the back wall. If not, I can definitely put another spot there. That was one of the things I said we were going to do was, oh yeah, also I have the Christmas tree there, which is, wow, there's a lot of haze in here. The Christmas tree does take away a little bit from the back there. Oh, also, that's interesting. That moved, that's why. So that, right there, let's see. Does that look better? Not so much. Yeah, I have to figure. So I was, my oldest daughter and family were here yesterday, so we were taking Christmas photos for them. And so I pulled out that chair, and it messed up my really? I'm going to lose the term now? My flag. There we go. Tariq says, I will be watching all of your videos this week. That's a lot of videos. Do you know how many videos I have out there? If you start from the beginning, prepare to just hang your head and just no, because that's kind of what I feel those videos were. And we had so many. My channel was not. It's not what it was when I first started. It was about me being more funny. I did do fake commercials and stuff, but so much stuff that I had done was back when you were, I guess, allowed to use commercial music. See that little blow thing that I did? Oh, really? It reconnected? Yeah, that don't inhale thing. I always have extra air in my lungs to blow the smoke away from my face before I take a breath. Yeah, it'll be, how long was it disconnected? Or did it just disconnect? It's dropping frames? Really? Well, wow. Internet's going to poo? Let's just bump this down then. How about that? We'll sacrifice a little quality for hopefully some stability. 10 seconds? Ugh, that stinks. Sorry. I don't know why it's so bad. Yeah, I'm hardwired too. I'm not wired. Hang in there, folks. I'm taking a peek here to see what's happening. Am I losing connection where? Just get into my router and take a peek. And we'll just see how that goes. It's not uploading very much. What the heck? Because it's dropping frames left and right. Now 20 seconds again. Yeah, it's getting really... Okay, there it goes. Yeah. No, still not a very high quality. Maybe if I move around a lot, because I am running variable bit rate. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to watch it now. I've got my traffic manager up, and I'm watching my stream to see if when it disconnects here, did I lose my internet connection? It's been, you know me and my struggles with my internet. It's no fun at all. So what else is going on with everybody? What's everybody up to? Shaoba, what you got any projects coming up? You got anything cool working on? Joel, are you working on anything? Tariq, you had a video. I didn't see your video. Did your video come out? You were going to do it. Fight more. You got any projects coming out? David, hello. You said that you ordered your laptop with a 2 terabyte of storage. What are you going to use for backup storage in combination with what? I always use external SSDs. And so my latest thing has been building the little Thunderbolt jobs. On my Tech Cuts channel, I built one and showed how to do it. I usually build 2 and 4 terabyte little SSDs. Also those Samsung T5s, not T7s. But T5s I use for backup a lot. I have 4 of those that I use and a couple of the Thunderbolts. And then also, like when I travel, when I do nature stuff, I bring with me about 20 terabytes of small spinning drives, and I at night while I'm sleeping, I duplicate copies off to there. Let's see here. Tech Noir, are you going to do a stream with Jared or Phil? I am as soon as Jared is ready. So he's been really busy, and we've talked about it. We are going to do it. I could do one. Well, Phil's kind of busy right now. He might be able to have time. I haven't approached Phil, just because I know he's got a bunch of stuff that he's working on. And Phil's probably watching. Phil, no, it's Black Friday. He's probably working. Fitzgerald says, why not T7? That is a great question. There's multiple factors. Number one, the cache so there's on an SSD drive, there's your main storage, and then there is cache. So there's SLC, and then TLC, which is triple level cache, single level cache, and then there's quadruple level cache that they have. So every time you add a level of cache, you decrease the amount of performance. So a quad level cache, or quad level, it's not cache, quad level as NAND chips, each one is receiving 1/4 the amount because it has to write to it. So your fastest will be single level, then half as fast will be double level, et cetera, et cetera. So when they build these, like the T5s and the T7s, they put in like quad level, and then they'll put some SLC in the front. The SLC is obviously faster. The amount of that is where you start coming into problems. On the T5s, you have more SLC, and I'm not sure if it's TLC or QLC on the secondary, but the T7s have smaller, and they overheat and they fill up their buffers. So what happens is you'll take this super, super fast ingestion, you'll overheat, and it'll shut down to like 100 megabytes a second. And it happens before you reach like 100 gigabytes. So it can't take in more than about 100 gigabytes before it'll go into limp mode. And it's really frustrating. And I mean really frustrating. So the T7s, and that's why Blackmagic camera, so Blackmagic, you can use the SSD, external SSD. Blackmagic says do not use T7s because you will lose your work. The T5s, although they won't go up to 1,000 megabytes a second or a gigabyte a second, they won't overheat. So you'll get a continuous 400 megabytes a second into it. That's why the T5s. So I would much rather have a continuous than a fast and a stutter, because you have to really keep them cool. Because even, put it this way, if you copy 2 full terabytes to a T5 and 2 full terabytes to a T7, the T5 will finish faster because the T7 can never recuperate the overheating. So that's why. Tariq says, I was just going to mention that. I filmed and edited, but still thinking about if I must upload it, but I will think I'll upload it tonight. Here it is, Tariq. Here's the thing that I struggle with daily. And that is creatives, work is never finished. Work is merely abandoned. So basically, at some point, just upload it. Just get rid of it. Put it out there because you'll never be done with it. So just abandon it. Tariq says, though I sound terrible due to the fact that I caught a cold last week, but it is okay video, I think. Well, put it out. Who cares? Do it. Nick says, just recently rented the Lauer Probe 24 macro to use with the Raptor. Pretty fun setup. Indeed. I love my Lauer Probe, and I'm always looking for projects where I can show it off because it's cool. The only negative, oh my God, does it use a lot of light. And I like to shoot it at like T20 in that area. T14, it's not soft, but I found that T20, it is as crisp as it's going to get, and it eats up even more light. One is about Guillermo del Toro, and the other is about how to make movies. Topics sound, what's the word? Assertive? You know what? Everybody has an opinion. Everyone has a unique viewpoint, and you can learn at least one thing from every person you meet. So put it out there. Maybe somebody learns something from it. I guarantee at least some people will learn something from it. So put it out there. Absolutely. 08 says, have I told the story where I completely destroyed an Atlas 32 millimeter at a commercial production? You have not, Zero. That could go up there right up next to the time that I destroyed my entire Epic Dragon. You should tell that story. Tariq says, I intend to do some streaming maybe with you if I get my channel well established, if you like. But, I'm up for it. I enjoy the conversations, that kind of stuff. I've definitely invited my friend on here a couple times. He's rarely here when I do a live stream because he's always got commitments, but I'll have guests on soon. I don't want to have, and I'm not saying this negatively, don't take it wrong. I don't want to have well-established, well-known guests on here and my internet crap out like it's doing. That's just an embarrassment. It's not fair. And I would never do that, which is why I was feeling really good like a couple of months ago. The streaming was going great, and then today. Although it's better. It hasn't dropped, though, since I started. That's interesting. Fightmore says, any plans on more videos like that one you did, Snowy Mountain Camping ASMR? I love that kind of stuff. Yes. Loved your dog, too. You were chopping wood, and he just grabbed his own. Yeah, It's interesting, Fight, and thank you for commenting on it, because I've had a few people comment that they liked it, and there was a hair floating. I had a couple people who absolutely despised it and unsubscribed, and it was like I was telling a friend the other day on a channel, because he wants to start one up. When he does, I will pimp his channel out for everybody, because I think he's a really nice guy and he has a lot of knowledge, and can't wait for him to start his channel. But I was telling him, I was like, you'll get 1,000 people tell you how great a video is, and one person will say something negative, and that's the one that sticks with you. And it stinks. It sucks. And that's why I didn't do it. Speaking of dog cam, here he comes. Hey, buddy. And my boy. Oh, why are you cold? You cold? I am going to do it. I want to. I want to. I want to crank out a lot of videos, and it's me doing what I said I shouldn't do, and that is trying to make sure that the channel is somewhat happy. So I've been toying with, putting at the beginning of every video review, vlog, that kind of stuff, so that people that are subscribed and have no interest in the vlogs, or no interest in the behind the scenes, or no interest in the ASMR stuff, that they'll just not unsubscribe rather than just skip the video. So I've always been cognizant about trying to keep the channel, just like the video that I put out yesterday. I mean, I got a few unsubscribes right off the bat for that video, because I guess they didn't like that I went low budget. Well, I am a person sharing knowledge to everyone. I don't care where you're from or what level you're at. I am sharing everything that I know out there. And, if people don't want to like it, that's fine. But it hurts, it hurts a little bit. But yeah, it's interesting. But I want to do low budget stuff. I want to do simple stuff. I've got a whole series with Dave Donaldson, the grip tips guy. I want to reinvigorate the how to use grip gear, because a lot of us are one-man bands or one-woman bands. And, we need to refresh on what you put on a light stand, what is actually a light stand, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I will do it, and thank you for saying that, Fight, Mark, because I need the positive reinforcement periodically that wasn't a horrible decision in my life. I literally am due for a trip to Colorado for sure, and Puppy could go. Puppy could go. He absolutely loved that trip, and I had, yeah. Absolutely did. 08 says, Nick says, how is color reproduction on the probe you use? Seems to vary on some lenses. So, I mean, I'll answer that if he hasn't already. The probe is brown. It is brown. That is the best way to describe the probe lens. So I would cool your camera a little bit when using it. Just bump up your white balance up a little bit, and be prepared to do some color correction, bad color correction. The probe gives a very brownish, not sepia, but kind of a brown tinge to it. It's not beautiful. I wish it was, but it isn't. But it is the only lens at that price that can do that. 08 says, we filmed a commercial for the car company as General Motors of the U.S. We shot it in Oslo, Norway. Nice. Although we had pretty good budget, we did not have enough money to get a vehicle crane. Oh. Well, did you... Oh, this is okay. This is the Atlas story, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna let you keep going. Tariq says, I love you American and European guys. I worked with some of you, and the best adage I've learned from you is knowledge unshared is no knowledge. Thank you for the savior. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's something that I've always loved, and it's growing up without a YouTube, and wanting vastly to be in the film world. It was hard. It's hard to get information. I had to go into television to really get some excellent knowledge, because I bought all the courses, and they were very simple at the time. The stuff is so much better. I mean, the free stuff on YouTube is now so much better than the courses that we paid a lot of money for back in the day. I mean, I literally went to television so I could learn the stuff that I didn't know. And now you have YouTube. It is the best way to pick up. We're dropping frames. Don't drop. Stop dropping. Stop dropping. There we go. Stop. Look at. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, it's picked up. Interesting. And now, see, that's weird. It's pushing out more data. And now we are dropping, aren't we? That went way down. That's interesting. Did it drop? Now it's coming back. That's interesting. That was definitely a drop on the internet. Nick says, I paired the probe with a Sigma Cine. The Sigma was bluer. Like Scott said, I had to cool the probe footage. Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't think warm is the correct term, because I don't think brown is very warm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks brown. When someone got a well, I guess it's not fair to say. When someone has a probe lens, you can instantly tell it's a Lauer probe. Yeah, because it's a probe. It has such a unique image, but I will gladly take the brown over having to pay $7,000 for any other probe. Are we still dropping? We're good. Okay. Oh, here we go. Continuing on with the 08. So naturally, we rented a car attachment for the Ronin 2. Mm-hmm. For the car visuals, we went through downtown, and I did a pan movement and smashed it into one of the stones they used to limit the street. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. Oh, that's not fun. That's not fun. Here's my impression, Zero, of you doing it. Because this is how I know things happen when this kind of stuff happens. You're like, oh, this looks good. Whoa. What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? It takes like 15 seconds for you to realize what you actually just did. It's so when I destroyed my red, it was the same thing. I was like, it took forever to register that I had just destroyed my red. You know, Nick, you're the second person to mention this. I noticed the Raptor showing some green in the lower underexposed areas. Have you noticed this to be true? I've heard this is generally true of red cams. So I saw somebody out there had done a video comparison. I didn't have a chance to watch it yet. But they compared the Komodo to the V-Raptor on YouTube. And I saw a lot of people were commenting that it looked green. So on my review, when I put it out, come on, ship M1, come on, ship M1. I shot the Dragon X, I shot the Komodo, and I shot the V-Raptor, all shooting my wife right here, just doing the pretty, turn to the right, turn to the left, turn to the camera, and smile. It's the typical, everybody wants to see it except for the people who don't want to see it. But I did that specifically to show the Dragon, the V-Raptor, and the Komodo and how they compare. And quite honestly, I did not notice any green. I thought they were really, really close. I did notice, I mean, the Dragon was absolutely a stop dimmer. So I had to go, everything was 800 on, I mean, it doesn't really matter on red, but it was exposed at 800 ISO. And on the Dragon, I had to go to 1600 to equal the same levels. But they looked really, really close to each other. Really close. And I shot the Raptor at both 8K, which is wide, it has a wider field of view because it's full frame, and I also shot it at 6K for fairness. So Nick, you've said, and what I'm scared of is, and I'm not trying to knock who put it out because I don't know, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm scared someone put out a bad video, and that's the problem. If I put something out and I make a mistake, people just they just take it and run with it. They think that's the reality. People make mistakes. It happens. So I'm scared someone did make a mistake or something changed or something, or maybe they had their, well, okay. Let me take a step back for a second, Nick, because I have now long since forgotten that I do this, but I do it on every one of my cameras. I do a -5 on green. I tint towards the magenta 5. And I've done that on my Dragon and my Komodo, and I did it on the V-Raptor. So clearly there is a green tint, and I have corrected it. Yeah, interesting. Thanks for pointing that out. You made me rethink what I was just thinking of, because I don't notice a problem, but I do a -5. So yeah, I mean, to me, there was a green sensor, and that was helium. Helium was much more greener. To me, it was less contrasty. I did not like helium. It was not my favorite sensor. And I mean, I wouldn't call it green, but I would do like a -10 on helium compared to -5s on these. I think at -5, I think these are absolutely beautiful film renditions. So there we go. Tariq says, I noticed some slight green tint on the footage I did on the Lumix GH4 to Red Epic when I underexposed the interiors, maybe something to do with color balance. GH4 was not the best either. 08 continuing on the story here. Atlas was literally broken in half. Oh. Alexa Mini had surprisingly not any damage at all. Well, that's fortunate though. Rental House was pretty mad since at the time those Atlas didn't have the great. I mean, stuff happens. They need to know this. But yeah, they're probably. I'm sure insurance picked it up. You put it on your production insurance. That's hard to do. Either that or you had to pay for it out of budget. And maybe didn't make any money on that one. We were the first people to use it, I think. Shot partially in the commercial. Sadly, release has been delayed, so I'm not able to show you any footage. I understand that. My cousin was here yesterday, and he's far more creative in his brain than I am, and I got him turned on to video, and now he's really just zooming through the world of video really quickly, and he wanted to see some stuff that I had shot. I'm like, well, I don't have the footage because it's stuff that I shoot for clients, and they take the footage. I mean, a lot of the motion control stuff, so I couldn't show him anything but me with iPhone behind the scenes. 08 says, Tariq, I don't know what happened to it at the day they said it was impossible to fix. Production insurance likely covered it. Okay, got it. Good to hear that, yeah. Because those are not cheap. Although today, Black Friday, all demo atlases are 20% off, I think. Is that correct? Let me go to my contact at Atlas. And he said, the demo stock series, the demo series, you get 7. Oh, and we disconnected, and we reconnected, and yeah, it dropped. Well, I don't know. Did it drop? I'm gonna watch. So I'm gonna watch the internet connection now and see if it drops. Are we back to not dropping frames? We are streaming. We're good. Okay. And we're at 1,500 or 1,000. Let me see what I'm at. I'm at 1,000. I'm not dropping anymore. Got a nice little haze going on in here. Still can't get the. So yeah, Tariq. Yeah, the tree is blocking the window light. That's the reason it's not getting there. I don't really have another location for the tree, and I literally put the tree there because it needed something. Well, yeah, we have a different. We moved the tripod before we went live, so normally you don't see underneath here. Oh, and that's not on, is it? That's interesting. Why is that light not on? A B7C did not turn on. We can fix that. We can fix it. We can build it. Or is that the one? Yeah, there's one that disconnected. I couldn't get reconnected to it without redoing it. Let's see. B7C. It's called play. Oh, it's turned down. There we go. There's some color. There we go. How about that corner? That's nice. There we go. It was literally turned down. All right. So what else is going on, people? What else is everybody up to? Let's see what we got here. We got a lot of people on. Well, I can't tell. It says there's a lot of people on, but it's not showing. That's weird. There was 08. It is very sad that every company wants to make any special versions of a lens limited edition. Those do look so much better. So a little inside baseball. The reason they do that is to protect the investment. If they make a limited series and they make a bunch of them and they're reasonably priced for what they are, and everybody could just go out there and buy them, then no one will rent them. And so by making a limited edition, what you're doing is for those who will spend the little extra to get them, you are now not guaranteed, but virtually guaranteed a better return in the rental market. And that's why they do it. So I understand it. It does stink. I mean, I would love, like the Vista ones, I would love for them to be mass produced, especially keep getting the price lower and lower. That'd be amazing. But they promised them as limited editions, so they're limited editions. And I think they're pretty limited too. I think it's only 50. I think there's only 50 sets in the world. I want to put the doggo cam back. He's behind the tripod. I can't. He's not in his preferred spot. Let me see if I can get away. Rex, come over here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Rex, come on. You come over here and lay down. Come over here, lay down, and give the audience some doggo. Hey, buddy. He's a good boy. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down, buddy. Good boy. Yes, you're a good puppy. Hey, lay down. Let's see where he lays down. Good boy. Lay down. Yeah, he's such a good boy. And he absolutely loved. So he's really, no, where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Nope, he left the room. He was bringing it up in the ASMR video. So we took him, and he was exceptionally good. He would stay around. We would take him off leash only in like very specific areas where we were allowed to, but we would take him off leash, and he would stay relatively close to us. But he saw something in that where that ASMR was, and if you remember that video, I mean, there's a mountain that goes down, and he saw something out of a corner of his eye, and he wanted it bad. It's probably a skunk, knowing my dog, because he's only been sprayed with a skunk like 6 times. And he ran down the hill, but he couldn't get back up. He had forgotten where he came from, and he couldn't see us because the hill was up and over, and he got frustrated, and I had to go chase him down as well. And that was literally in the video, the moment where he ran off. And I cut in the video. Let's see, Tariq says, well, I'm so obsessive, I might do a different lighting setup with you. A bit warmer front light for you. Really? Oh, I don't like it. I have my camera set to 5,000 just because I don't like the warm here. Because it makes so warm for me. It feels, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. I am slightly colorblind, so, I mean, give me a little bit of leeway there. But if you go back and look at my older videos where they're kind of goldish, I didn't like that. That's why I turned it to 5,000. Is the doggy overhead cam the Raptor? It is not. No, it is a ZV-1 from Sony. Zero says, on the GM job, I specifically decided against master anamorphics for the more vintage controlled look of the Orions. They would have hurt. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, also, there's probably some truth to it that if you had the master anamorphics, you may not have been trying to do that shot. You may have been so concerned that you wouldn't have, but you just never know. Warmer and dimmed down. It is a little bright. I'll give you that one. I was commenting on it, but I only had like 6 minutes before. Normally it's at 36%. Let's see what it's set at. Maybe it is too bright. Oh, it might be a little bright because normally I have the teleprompter on. Let's go to no, I'm at 36%. So what do you think? You want it there? I mean, I'm happy to. There's my little kicker right there. Let's see the overhead. The overhead is usually pretty dim. Yeah, there's my rim light there. Hey, David, what is up? Let's go back. Turn on my kicker at least. Get that back in there. Bring that puppy up. That is the 60D, folks. With a 2x3 softbox. That 60D, man, it is such a powerful light. See, I don't like the flat look at all. I definitely like a little more of a grade look there. I'll leave it on in case you had some more suggestions. Let's see here. David, how are you? I saw you refriended me, David. Was that a hacker or is that you? 08 says the shot was so epic and worth it, I guess. Yeah. I mean, if you got the shot and you destroyed it, it's good. Tariq says, which lens you rig out the Komodo? I'm still thinking about the Komodo. If I can sign for a feature film, I mean, it's my absolute favorite right here, the 18 to 35 Sigma in photo mode, or in photo version. And this is what I was, so my cousin, he has a Blackmagic pocket, and he has this giant rig. And he's like, what do you think of my rig? And I started taking it apart. I started, no. I said, this is how I run. Simple. I place my hand under here, and I'm pulling focus like this. And this is how I'm running. I'm pulling focus just like this all the time. And I can grab a zoom if I need to, just snap it, and I can pull focus all day long just like this. And this is how I run. Obviously, the cables would be installed, but small and compact, because that's what Komodo is all about. And the same thing with the pocket. I said you unpocketed your pocket. So we'll see. I'll connect back with him here in a couple of weeks and see if he's changed anything. Drop some ash. King Crook. Tariq, get yourself a Red 1 MX. Ooh, I don't know about that. I didn't like the MX sensor. But I mean, you can definitely get one of those cheap. That's for sure. Southern Nights with David said, been enjoying them off social media. Oh, been enjoying being off social media in Texas. That was me. Okay, cleaning up the socials. Gotcha. Okay, buddy. I accepted you. I was waiting to see that you were there with some brand name DP and you needed $500 instantly. That's usually what happens. Let's see here. 08 says you literally recommend a whale to him. I mean, the Red 1, that is a beast. But you can buy those for like $1,500. I think someone said they bought one for. That is insanely cheap. I mean, I don't, like I said, I haven't been on Facebook in a month for seeing the latest prices. But if heliums are going for $10K, then you should be able to get a Scarlet W for like $4,000. Then, man, I'd just get a Scarlet W. Be happy. But the Komodo is really nice for what it is. I mean, it really heavy is Red MX for sure. King says, Scott, how do we get a bronze Komodo? Well, it's simple. Work out. Really, really work out. Because you got to have the muscles to do that. Because that Komodo weighs twice as much as a normal Komodo. Second, become a huge star. Do Aquaman. Do some Game of Thrones stuff. Do a bunch of variety of videos where you get to show off that muscular physique. Be a happy, positive person like he is. That dude is happy. I would love to get him on here. I am trying to get him on here because he's like one of the nicest guys on the planet. Trying to get him on here. This is a slow process. I'll see. Because that would be an interview worth doing. I would go to another location with good internet just to do it. Yeah, do all of that and absolutely love red. And maybe you can get a bronze one. I mean, it's about how it works. There's something about that bronze one for sure that is absolutely lovely. Oh, we're getting the doggy cam back. Are we getting it? Where's he going? Oh, he went back behind me. Okay, I'm gonna move the doggy cam. Well, let me switch back here. We're gonna move it. He's probably like, dude, stop putting me on the camera. Oh, he's literally behind me. May not be able to do this. We'll see. We'll get the doggo cam right there. He's going to move as soon as I do this. Oopsie. Oopsie. There we go. Really? That's what we're doing? Go right there. Yeah, he may not show up. Let me see what we got. There we go. We got the doggo cam. And my shoulder. We'll go back to live and we'll put that back on. There we go. We got the doggo cam back. King says there are full production DSMC1 Epic MX for 5K. Now, a Epic Dragon, if you can get that for 5K, that is a great camera. It really is. That Dragon sensor loves it. The red one has the worst layout to do any work other than studio mode. Although the Alexa is heavy too, it's so much better. Yeah, the red one, it is. I'm gonna move over a little bit here just so we have a better doggo cam. I can zoom out if I can find the right control. Where is it? Oh, it should be on the front. There we go. Oh, that's zoom in. Let's zoom out. Oh, what are we seeing? Nope, we're good. Oh, we can zoom in a little more than that. That's. There we go. Now you get a full dog. He'll leave. You watch. Let's see here. As far as layout goes, yep. Why the photo version of the 18 to 35? For exactly why I said, lightweight. The photo version is super light, and quite honestly, the Sigma focus throw is quite nice. And so I I've got the lens gear on here, so I can automate it when I need to, or put on a follow focus if I have to. But I mean, I can pull all the focus I need, and I can get that pin sharp adjustment very easily, but it is so lightweight. It's incredibly lightweight. I have both the photo version of the 1835 and the photo version of the 50 to 135, 50 to 100. And for Super 35. Now, when I go to V Raptor, those are going to get sold because I won't have any. Well, I'll have Komodo, but yeah, I mean, it's just a fantastic lens, and for the price of one cine, I get both. It's worth it every time for me. Tariq says Red DSMC 2, such as a Monstro, are far more high-end post-production, but I think Alexa output is easier to handle to color or edit. I don't agree with that, Tariq. I think it has to do with comfort. I think there's so much Alexa footage out there that people just they know what to do with it. But the red is very, very easy to color. I mean, to me, it's better than Alexa for coloring. Now, to make it look like a Kodak film stock, yeah, you can easily make Alexa that. But with the IPP2 LUTs and output transforms, I think it looks fantastic on red. I like it a lot. 08 says reasons weight and focus through is just not a great for one-man band. Yeah. Tariq says I worked with the city version of Sigma, and mark my word, photo version is the same sharp and color. Yeah, I have confirmed with Sigma that all of their photo lenses are the same as their city lenses as far as optics are concerned. Same color match. So the people say, "Oh, you get the city because they're color matched across the entire spectrum of lenses." And in a lot of cases, that's the truth because they don't care on photo. They don't care about switching lenses. You don't need to worry about this photo and this photo matching. Each one is individual, but you do care in video. But Sigma, they don't make anything that's not color matched. Everything has the same color match across the board. So the photo stills, their primes and photos are the same optical quality as the cine. No difference, except for the Sigma classics. There, Dave was like, I know you enjoy your cigars. I used to enjoy them also. There used to be a cigar shop next town from me with a walk-in humidor. I had, back over here, I had a walk-in humidor for a long time. But what I found was I didn't enjoy keeping them as much as I mean, it's a lot of money to have in there. And you could have, a massive power outage or a flood. Flood's probably not going to do it, but I mean, you can have so many things destroy a huge supply. And I mean, I had thousands of cigars in there. I can find a picture of it. I think I showed it once. Pretty sure. Let me see. Favorites. Really? I feel like I do this every single time. There's that fly. There's that fly. If anybody's interested in the Triune Digital effects packs and all their packs, there's 6 hours left on theirs. That's the Film Riot packs that they use. Going to photos, albums, favorites. Gotta go to favorites. Seriously, why don't I have this photo as a favorite? I feel like I keep adding it as a favorite, and yet I can never find it. That's just awesome. Oh, there it is. So let me send it to me. Send it to my M1. And then I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to favorite this. And we'll full screen that. And this should be this one. Nope, this one. Nope, we'll turn this off and go here. That was my walk-in humidor. In the... It was literally in this corner over here. Well, sorry, you can't see. It was in this corner over here. In this corner, weighing in at over 500 sticks. It was several. I think it was 1,700 sticks I had. Let's go back to the doggo cam because doggo cam is cool. But that was my walk-in humidor. Leather lounge chairs. I mean, that's what they're for. Also could enjoy great snifter at the same time. Yep, if you could see right here, it's out of frame, but I have a full bar. It was going to be, for my adult channel, that was going to be my backdrop, I don't have a way to show it. Could I show it with this? Would that work? I think it might. Did I just it's not going to work now. Wow. That's kind of disappointing. I disconnected my HDMI. Let me just hook this up. This will technically work using the iPad as a, here we go. So go here. Nope, that's the wrong one. Go off. There you go. So you can see over here, this is these are my scotches over here. And then these are more prime stuff. And then assortment of rums and vodkas over here with some whiskeys down on the bottom and bourbons. But yeah, that was my, I guess I could do that. Never thought about doing that. Doggo cam back. And there we go. There's that's the doggo. There we go. All right, let's get back to here. Love my 18 to 35 Cine just for the increase in durability and PL mount alone. Well, there's that. I mean, everything I do here is EF, but as I say, when I go to Raptor, it's going to be PL. And I will be going to the Cine versions, but I'll be doing Sigma Primes because I can't do the 18 to 35. King says, 08, the red one MX is awesome. Just need to light everything with the 1200D. That's right. Yeah, can you make the practical look? Yep, let me put a 1200D in there. Tariq says, now got to ask you to excuse me, guys. I will watch the whole stream tomorrow again. Last video, lighting gear. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Tariq. Have a wonderful evening. 08 loving King Cook. Yeah, there was the MX. I didn't like the way skin looked on MX. I didn't like the dynamic range of MX. I mean, that was one of the reasons of going to Red, was the dynamic range that you could get. And the MX, I think, was like 13 advertised, and the Dragon is like 16 and a half. And I could see it. And it was Phil Holland that completely sold me on the Dragon, because it looks so good with Tariq, I will do one, but I have to clean up. That's part of the reason I'm cleaning up. I need a place to be able to store embargoed stuff so that I can show without destroying the embargo. And that's why it is not on there. Okay, let me see here. I think we're getting ready to wrap up. Aren't we? We've been on for a little over 2.5 hours, although not sequentially, or not contiguously, because, well, internet and things. But if anybody was looking for Black Friday deals, check out my Black Friday video. I put every other deal that I heard about, I put in the bottom below in the description. So, I mean, if you want to take advantage of any of that stuff, use my B&H links or my Amazon links, or if you want that Kessler gear, use my Kessler affiliate link. Kessler has 10% off. 10% off everything in the store. Jump on that, because I think that ends like in a couple of days. So, yeah, if you're looking for anything Kessler, 10% off. I mean, that's not insignificant. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything. Just I'm gonna keep doing these Fridays. I may throw in like a Tuesday or a Wednesday in here, maybe for an hour, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can put it all together. But yeah, that's our live stream, folks. It's great. Oh, what we got? Thinking about filming some videos too. First topics would be innovative Apollo, since there aren't any video online. You're right. And maybe the Laowa and why most people shouldn't buy it. So I will say on the I have a review on the and I didn't put it out. Mostly because the was boring. I had, and reconnecting. Is anybody even here still? It's dropping. It's dropping like crazy. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off. It's not good. So y'all have a wonderful. Oh wait, you'll have to repeat yourself. Okay, is it back? Is it dropping? No, it's still dropping frames though, isn't it? Oh, okay, it's stabilizing. Stabilizing. Okay, I'm gonna give it a minute here. If it stabilizes, I will finish and I will repeat myself. Let's see. Let's see how many people it says I have. Sorry. It says there's one person connected. I don't know if that's true or not. Is anybody still on? Maybe they're connecting back. I don't know. Is it connecting? All right. Let me know if you're still in there, and I'll finish the story or start the story again. If not, then I'll end it, because it says there's no one connected right now, even though I'm connected and I'm not dropping frames. Okay, Tariq's still here. Okay, 08, you still here? Okay. All right. So I had the for about 3 months. I had a pre-production unit way before they were released. My unit had a lot of little problems. And the big glaring problem that I stated, that it was a boring lens. It had no character. It was not sharp. It had no feeling. It had no, I mean, character is the best word because a lens is like a character in your story. It helps to tell your story. It had nothing. It was exceptionally boring and flat, and it was just odd. And they were very concerned that it was the pre-production unit, and they asked that I send it back, and they were going to send me one at one point to redo, but it was it was not fair for me to rate it on the pre-production. Plus, mine was not parfocal. I could not do a parfocal zoom. That's not good. So I never put the review. I have the review, but I never put it out because it just didn't seem right. But yeah, I would imagine something along those lines is probably why you say. I mean, I like Lao. Lao is a great company. They've been very nice to me. I have a friend there, and he's amazing, super wonderful person. I don't like destroying products. So I'm like I say, I don't put out videos of products that just suck. That's not my goal in life to just. Okay, it's reconnected. Hopefully you got. Well, it's dropping again. Man, this is horrible. I'm sorry. As soon as it reconnects, I'm going to. Okay, we're back. Okay. It's reconnected. It's not going to be stable. It's the weekend, and people are destroying apparently the internet. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. Hope you do amazing creative things. Be as creative as you want to be. And as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. Was it the same? Was it the same reason? Or was it worse? Mostly same thoughts. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Bye, everyone. Have a great time. I just do the last 20 seconds because I need to put the end thing on there. And Bye, Tariq.